So it's start of the mega day. It's 9:30 in the morning and I've already been down to the hire company, signed off on all the gantries, organised delivery, been and bought the last kind of bits and pieces that we need from the hardware store. Now we're just going to do final preparations for the boat before going down to site. I'm a little bit nervous about today. Everything's in place, but we need it to go well. Lots of moving parts, but as ever, I'm sure once it starts going, it will go. We've arrived on site at Strait Lin and finalising filling the bean bags. So these are what the boat is going to sit on top of, because we don't have a cradle, so it's sitting on top of the bean bags. We did a really good job at the weekend. We just needed them to be up on end to do the final filling. So that's the little one done. Now on to the big one. Full on day of running around, and now we're on our way down the Yarra River towards Webb Dock. So we're being accompanied by Paul and Russell in the rib behind me, yeah, we should be there in about half an hour. We've got to wait for the Strait Lin ship to go, and then when they've gone we can head in. Meanwhile, Joff is on the shore placing containers, and the crane should arrive soon so we can get that all organised. We're at the entrance to Webb Dock now, and here's the Strait Lin ship leaving, which means the berth we're going to use is clear. Joff has said the crane's on site and they've moved the container stack for us already, so things are starting to happen. We're in place now at Webb Dock, and we're just waiting for this ship behind us to go, because it's going to create quite a lot of wash when it goes, so we don't want to be on the quay side. And the crane is setting up. So there's the crane there setting up. Those are the containers that we're going to use as our cradle. So the bean bags will go on top of those containers. Everything just being gently put into place. Here alongside, crane hooks are there. There's a huge team of volunteers helping us on the shore here. Joff's in charge. We are getting ready to lift.
Next on that. Oh, yes.
Quite tense getting everything level, but we're up. I think Joff's just saying in my ear that he wants it put down on the containers as soon as possible, and I have to say I feel the same. Don't tell him I said this. That Joff's pretty good at this. Turning up in a different country with a load of kit that we've borrowed, working with volunteers. You know, nothing in this setup is perfect, but it's happening, and yeah, that's a sign of someone who knows what they're doing, I'd say. So the gantries are now coming into place. They're going to go on either side of the keel, and the idea is that we use the chain blocks just to lift the keel up, just take a little bit of weight off that keel, so then makes it easier for us to undo the bolts inside and take the bearings out. We assembled these earlier. So a couple of our volunteers there, Kim in the yellow vest and Bill in the orange vest, press ganged into helping us. And this is Adam.
Hello.
From Strait Lin. He's the man who made it all happen. So we've got the foil extended and the foil clamps on. Now we're going to take a little bit of weight up on the foil clamps, and we need to try and wiggle the foil out of the hull. One foil off and on the deck. Pizza break.
Okay, well that went well.
11:15. Both foils are out and on deck. And we are hooked back up to the crane again, ready to lift. Just at the moment trying to break the keel bolts. So let's just have a look down here, see what that looks like. So we've got Ollie and David up here. Ollie's doing all the work here. David's just lying there. Are you sleeping? So they were working with a multiplier. There, you can see down there. There's quite a few of them gone.
Yeah, somewhere.
It's a really small space to work in, though, isn't it? Yeah, not a favourite thing.
But these ramps make it slightly more comfortable.
They do, don't they?
Yeah.
Excellent. So they're just lowering the keel down now.
And then it's sort of clear, so just hold with your hand on it to sort of, I don't think it will fall off, but...
So this is the head of the keel here. And it's just dropping down through that hole in the bottom very, very slowly. The bearing on that side. We're completely clear down on that side now.
We're going to lift that, we're going to lift that off the pin, okay? And then we're going to put it back.
And there's a washer and a punch there. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. The keel bolts fought us every step of the way. But you can see here the keel is just hanging out, so we're about to lift the boat off the keel. We put the bearings back in so that the boat's watertight, and now I'm going to take the boat back up to Melbourne City Marina without a keel, which luckily there's no wind because it'd be pretty skittish. Epic night by everyone. We're all looking pretty tired. So there's the top of the head of the keel just emerging. We've just got to clear that and then we can go in the water. There's the diehards left. What an epic night. And that is a wrap. We're done. We're leaving Web Dock, heading back to Melbourne City. And the boat goes very, very fast without a keel. None of us had a lot of sleep last night, and we've been back to site just to kind of tidy up. And now just doing final tidying up on the boat. We're going to leave all the slings in place so that if we need to lift again, which at some point we will, things are easy. I've got a lot of thank yous to say to Strait Lin, to Adam, who organised everything for us, and Strait Lin, who loaned us their facilities for the night. Made everything possible, and just, you know, massive thank you to them. We had a huge team of volunteers supporting us last night who stayed all through the night. You know, sometimes just a lot of waiting around because there were bits that fought us, and then springing to action whenever we needed them. And the last person to finish was actually Paul, who drove the support rib that was provided by the Royal Brighton Yacht Club. He escorted us up here without a keel to help with manoeuvring, and then had to drive the rib back, and he didn't actually get onto the dock until 4:30 this morning. So, you know, I just want to say an enormous thank you to everyone who has helped and supported us in this. And of course to Joff and Ollie, who flew out from the UK to make this happen and laboured away. It's a good job done. You know, I'm really gutted that we're not loading straight onto a ship as we'd planned. My next job now, once I've had a bit more sleep tonight and I'm feeling a bit more positive, is to just work out what on earth we do as our next step to get the boat back to Europe. There'll be a solution. I'll find it. Just need a little bit of time, as ever.